time on war.
Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got the video that everyone's been asking for the past 2 months, ever since the Premier League season ended. Premier League table predictions. Now yes, I'm going to finally be doing it. It is 6 days until the Premier League season starts and I'm very excited for it, very excited. I have just heard today that Lukaku, the transfer is basically done. It's in principle and everything, so I'd imagine right now Lukaku is probably travelling down to London to sort out his contract now with Chelsea. So I'm going to do this in the fact that Lionel Messi doesn't sign with City and that Lukaku signed with Chelsea, because I feel like them two signings could change pretty much the whole of the league table, or just maybe the top four, I don't know. But let's get straight into it. Okay, so coming in at 20th, I mean, I'd say, like, the relegation clubs are pretty obvious, but the 20th is Brentford. I mean, there's nothing else I can say. Brentford just do not have the Premier League side. We did say this same thing again with Sheffield. I said Sheffield would come bottom of the table their first season in the Premier League, but did they shock us? Brentford could do the same, but realistically, yet again, Ivan Toney is just not going to be scoring 20 plus, 30 plus goals in the Premier League, is he? At max, he might get just above 10, you know. He'll be a Callum Wilson, maybe, you never know, but I've got Brentford coming in at 20th. Right, coming in at 19th, I have Watford. Now, I'd say it was between Watford, Norwich. I've got like Crystal Palace, Burnley, Newcastle below the bottom three, but I've put Watford at 19th. I don't want that to happen. I want Watford to stay up in the Premier League. I think they undeservedly got relegated 2 seasons ago. But yet again, I can't see them staying up. I don't know what it is with the team. I just can't see it. I mean, they're probably not going to be playing Ben Foster. It's probably going to be Bashman. And even then, I mean, either way, Ben Foster, I just can't see him doing well in the Premier League in general. Neither Bachmann, I don't even think they've got a third keeper. They might, I don't know. But the keepers are weak. Their defence is weak. I mean, they're bringing some experience with Danny Rose, but he's not going to keep Watford up in the Premier League, is he? Their strikers are going. I mean, they did just get Emmanuel Dennis or whatever his name is. They did also get this, like, Mexican kid, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. Either way, I can't see Norwich staying up. They might not even finish 19th. They might be 18th. But either way, I can see Watford getting relegated. Okay, very debatable one. I'm a Newcastle fan myself. And I know a lot of Newcastle fans will be watching this video. I'm very sorry to say this, but Newcastle 18th. Don't have a Golders. Do not have a Golders, because we will look back at this video in 7-8 months' time whenever the season ends. And I will guarantee you that I will most likely be correct. I'm going to say it's like 70-30, but like I'm 70% correct, I think. I really am. I can't see it happening. We've had decent games in pre-season, and it's not just about the pre-season performances, let's be honest, because that doesn't really predict how we're going to do in the main season. But it's a big, like, chance to look at the team and everything, and no one looks fit and healthy. No one looks like they want to play football for the team. I do not like the look of Newcastle this year. I'm sorry to say it, but it's either 17th or 18th. I've put us to come 18th. I feel like we're going to have some shocking games. We did just beat Norwich 3-0, but it's not fully strength Norwich, and it's not fully strength Newcastle either, but it's close to it. I just can't see us staying up this year. I mean, we haven't brought in any players. Other teams are just getting better and better as the seasons go. If we don't bring in new players, these teams are just going to overcome us. These teams are finally just going to bring all the... And Norwich are becoming a better club than us, so there's point bringing Rashika, stuff like that, and they're bringing in some decently out there names to make their team better, and we're just sitting here with not a first team signing this year. So I don't know if we're going to be signing Willock or not, but the season starts in 6 days. And I really, I'm being serious, cannot see us signing anybody, to be honest. I suppose we'll just see how it goes. Right, so just surviving the drop, I have got Norwich. Yeah, again, I mean, I feel like the bottom 10 is just so hard to predict. Anything can happen at all. Newcastle probably finish 12th or 13th again, like they do every year, but I'll put them 18th. Norwich coming in at 17th. The only reason I can see them staying up is I've got a feel Norwich are going to score a lot this year. I think they're going to outscore teams like Brentford, Watford, Newcastle, maybe Crystal Palace, and maybe even Wolves. I've got Norwich to score quite a bit this year with Rishika coming in. Apparently they're getting Josh Sargent. Don't know too much about him, but apparently in the Bundesliga he's pretty strong, so we'll see about that. Pukki wasn't that good in the Premier League, but you can't count Timo Pukki out to score a couple, so I can just say Norwich outscoring a lot of the weaker teams, and that's probably one of the only reasons they'll stay up. I've got a feeling it will come down to goal difference. Like, the bottom and the top of the table is just so close every year, and it has been for the past couple of years now. So I just can't see a different way this goes. Right, coming in at 16th, I've got Crystal Palace. A lot of people are saying Crystal Palace to get relegated. I cannot see Crystal Palace. I don't care how bad their team can get. I just can't see Crystal Palace to get relegated. I don't know. In my eyes, it just looks wrong. It will mean Wilfried Zaha leaves. They've just signed Eze. I mean, yes, he's out for like half of next season, but they've just signed Eze. They've just brought in a kid from like QPR or something like that. They've got Zaha. I just cannot see this team that they're building to get relegated. But yet again, the new manager, Patrick Vieira, is he realistically going to have the stuff he needs to keep this team up? They've just signed Conor Gallagher as well, I think it was. Yeah, again, it's an all mixed one, but I think Crystal Palace will survive like they pretty much do every year. Okay, very debatable one that a lot of people are going to disagree with. I feel like a lot of people disagree with most of my stuff about football, but it is what it is. 15th, I've got Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, well, first of all, they've lost Nuno. Jimenez, if he's not the same, where their goal's going to come from. Traore can't bury anything. Podence just isn't really the same from when he first played. Neto hopefully builds up his strength and his confidence and that within it. I mean, we've seen sparks of Neto last year, and the year before that even. I mean, Wolves were fighting in the Europa League 2 years ago, so I don't know what's happened there, but new manager, I just can't see Wolves taking anything really. I feel like this manager probably won't even last until after Christmas, to be fair. I've got a weird feeling Nuno could return. I mean, Nuno's not going to be at Tottenham for long, is he? He might... I can't even see Tottenham winning the trophy, to be fair. I don't know why I'm going on about Tottenham yet, but yeah, I feel like Nuno could return to Wolves pretty soon, even though he's just left, and that will bring Wolves back. But until then, Wolves are always going to be a bottom half Premier League side. I just can't see them finishing in the top half, especially with teams like Villa, West Ham, Leeds breaking through to that other half. I mean, them type of teams are competing for Europe, as well as Wolves, but Wolves are below them right now. Okay, coming in at 14th, we have Burnley. Boring team. Brexit is really all I think about Burnley, to be honest with you. They're so boring. I can't say anything about Burnley. I just can't see Burnley doing much. I mean, they're not going to get relegated, and I can't see them coming top 10. Okay, next we have Brighton in at 13th. Brighton's an interesting one. I've seen a lot of people want them relegated. I've seen a lot of people even put them in the top 10, which is just out of this world. But they did sign in Wepu. I can't think of any other signings, but Wepu's alright, I suppose. Trossard had a breakthrough season last year. Is Maupay going to be the same? I mean, yeah, again, very boring club, but I do think they've got the stuff to survive in the Premier League. Especially the teams that I've put below them, I do feel like Brighton are most likely going to beat every single one of them, maybe apart from Wolves. I feel like Wolves could give them a decent game, but apart from that, yet again, just a boring side. Boring mid-table, just below mid-table side. Okay, next, coming in at 12th, I've got Everton. From what I've seen today, they just played Manchester United and got beat 4-0. That you can't base them off one game, but still, they've got a stinky team. I'm not gonna lie. They've brought in a ton of free agents. They signed Damari Gray. It's the only reason I can't see Everton being below even say 15th is because of Rafa Benitez. But I think Rafa's washed now. He's just not the same as what Rafa used to be. But yeah, again, then the only good thing you can say about Everton, they're not going to get relegated. Everton aren't going to get relegated. Even if they come 17th, they're still not relegated. But I can't see Everton going that low. The teams above them, though, I just can't see Everton like climbing above them. I mean, I've got Aston Villa, Leeds, West Ham and that, Leicester above Everton. Everton with Ancelotti were supposed to be pushing for Europe. And now they've kind of took a step back with Ancelotti leaving, but they've got European players. Richarlison's form's insane recently. Let's hope James doesn't get injured as much. Maybe he can sort something out with the team. But apart from that, their signings of Asmir Begovic, really good backup keeper, so well done. How often is he going to get played though? That's the problem. Andros Townsend, free agent, brilliant pickup. I don't really think you can't let a player like that be taken by a different team. So I think it was a good pickup for them. Signing Demarai Gray, well, I haven't seen Demarai Gray play in like 4 years, so I honestly don't know what to say about him. And apart from that, can't say much else about Evan. Okay, coming in at 11th, I have Southampton. Very debatable one because Danny Ings has left. Salissu's just a terrible centre back. They signed him like, was it 2 years ago, and he's just turned out to be shocking. Goalkeeping, I think, is a bit of a problem. All over has pretty much a problem with Southampton, but I think they're going to have a really good season this year. If they had Danny Ings, I reckon Southampton could probably break through the top 10, I'm not going to lie. If Danny Ings found the form that he used to be in. But just because of Danny Ings signing for Aston Villa, this means that Aston Villa come in 10th. Just because of that signing and the fact that Grealish has went to Manchester City, which I'm actually watching Grealish play right now, which is really good to see. I've got Aston Villa to come 10th above Southampton. I would put Aston Villa 11th, Southampton 10th, if the Grealish, Danny Ings kind of thing didn't happen. But it has happened. I can say Aston Villa pushing above them. A lot of people are going to say Aston Villa are getting Europe. I think without Jack Grealish, they're not getting Europe. They've still brought in Buendia, Ings, a ton of Villa players. So, yes, I can see the arguments for Villa getting Europe, or like above the top 10. But I don't know where to really base Southampton Villa, because I feel like both clubs can really, if they focus on it that much, can really push for Europe. I'm not joking about the Southampton thing either. They've got some decent looking youngsters in their team. A manager with a bloody brain, which you never usually see these days, but Aston Villa just to come above them. Right, now in 9th, I have Arsenal. A lot of people so far through this video, if you're watching this all the way through, would have been like, where the hell is Arsenal? How is Arsenal placing above all these? Now, yes, we have our jokes about Arsenal, Tottenham being absolutely terrible, which Arsenal are a stinky club. They are. But we can't try and forget it's Arsenal. You know, they've still got Aubameyang, Lacazette, Willian. They've still Pepe, who's finding good form. They've still got Arteta as a manager. They've got decent defenders now. We can't forget that it's still Arsenal. We can't make these jokes about them coming below 10th place. I've got them in 9th. I feel like they might even finish above Leeds, who, by the way, are in 8th. I've got Leeds in 8th. So these past like 4 teams, I feel like it can just swap between whatever signings happen. But Leeds, bearing in mind I mean, they've shocked me. A lot of people already said they were going to be this good, but I didn't say it in Leeds. I don't like Leeds, by the way. I always have hated Leeds. I don't know if it's me being a Newcastle fan or what, but I've always hated Leeds. But bearing in mind, they've shocked me, honestly. I didn't realise Bielsa had it in him to do that with the team. They've only brought in Firpo, haven't they? Which could make a slight difference. Maybe give Bamford more chances on goal, bringing the ball into the box. But apart from that, I can't really see Leeds doing so much better than last year. I can't see them being a European squad yet. I feel like Leeds need 1 or 2 more signings for them to become a European team. But apart from that, we then have West Ham in 7th. I feel like West Ham, yet again, one side of us is saying West Ham are going to have a worse year than last year. But because I feel like they're going to get carried away with their European club now. I feel like they're going to get carried away with that. But one half of us is like, West Ham have now picked themselves over that bound of getting into Europe. Now I feel like they can go further. I really feel like this team could go further. They just need more signings. I think they're an Alex Kral away from maybe even breaking into the top 5, I feel. So bear that in mind, West Ham fans. Get them Czech Republicans in. And I feel like it can bring the team even further than they have already done with David Moyes. So coming into 6th, we have Tottenham Hotspur. A lot of people I've seen put Tottenham in fifth, but this really all depends on how Leicester City do, because I haven't put Leicester in top four. It really just depends, because if I'm putting Tottenham fifth, Leicester comes sixth. If I'm putting Tottenham sixth, I'm putting Leicester fifth. I feel like these two teams are going to go neck and neck throughout the whole season, pretty much be on the same amount of points all season. But I feel like Tottenham are just going to come in behind, and Harry Kane's going to be staying, let's be honest, so they've still got that going their way. If they got rid of Harry Kane, they have Nuno as a manager. I could honestly see Tottenham falling drastically. And I don't know where to, but they could be in for a shock. They're also in the new Europa League, like Europa Conference League, whatever it's called. They're probably favourites to win that, to be honest. I don't know too much about it, but it's a new thing. So they've got... Tottenham have a lot of football to play, and I don't know if they've got the backup players to really play for all that. But we'll see what Nuno does with the team. It's going to be interesting. Coming in at fifth, we have Leicester City. Yeah, again, Leicester are going to miss out on top four. What's this? 3 consecutive seasons coming fifth? I mean, that is just crazy. But I feel like it's going to happen again. I feel like they're just going to fall short pretty much all the time until they make one of these signings that will push them over the line again. Because, I'm sorry, Patson Daka and Samore aren't going to push you into Champions League football. I'm sorry, but they need to make a big name signing. Patson Daka has proven himself. Samore, I don't know too much about, but them two signings, bearing in mind they're coming off the bench for you, I don't think it can push the team over the line. They've just got Fofana injured. James Justin's still injured for a long time, I think. I think one of the only things they've got going their way is Kasper Schmeichel in goal, and maybe Ndidi, because I even think Vardy's kind of fallen to pieces, which I expect at the age he's at. So I even think Leicester could fall below fifth. Leicester could maybe finish 7th, 8th, but I've got them in 5th anyway, just to see how that pans out, I suppose. Now the interesting part of this video, the top 4. So the teams we have left are Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United and Manchester City. So in 4th place, we have Manchester United. Very debatable. Everyone's going to be kicking off, especially if there's Manchester United fans. You're going to be like, oh, we've just brought in Sancho and Varane, we're going to win the league. You aren't going to win the league, and you aren't going to come close to win the league. I can tell you why. Sancho's not going to be as good as what you think. Varane, decent signing. You might concede a couple of less goals a season, but apart from that, nothing really that's going to push you over the line to win the league, and I can't see them finishing above any of the teams that are left. So that means coming in at 3rd, I have Liverpool. Liverpool, yet again, they just haven't made decent signings. They brought in Kanate. Was that it? Kanate? I can't think of any other players they brought in. Whatever, Kanate, yeah, it's a decent signing. Yes, it'll be good alongside Van Dijk, who I like, and I pray that he doesn't have an injury again, because Van Dijk, I miss him in the Premier League. I missed watching Liverpool last year, because I want a team like Liverpool in the Prem. I want the Prem to be like that. I want this team to go unbeaten and everything. It's just not going to be like that, though. I mean, Salah's going to start slowing down soon. He's still going to have a great season, maybe 20-plus goals again, but Firmino needs to go. Jota's going to take his place. Jota's going to bury some, bearing in mind that, if he doesn't get injured at least. Kanate alongside Van Dijk, I feel like they can push above Manchester United. I really, if they beat Manchester United both times, or at least one of the times they play them, they will push above Manchester United. So the 2 teams left, Manchester City and Chelsea, who comes in at 2nd? Well, at 2nd, I have Chelsea. I've got Chelsea in 2nd. See, they have Lukaku, written in the script, they have Lukaku, but how can you say no to Manchester City win the title again? Chelsea, it just depends, I say, who they play on the pitch. I've got a feeling if they're playing Lukaku with Werner, that is just incredible. But I've got a feeling they're still going to stick with one up front. It'll most likely be Lukaku with Werner coming off bench. Maybe even Werner on the wing, because Pulisic's always injured. Yeah, it just depends what team Tuchel puts out, to be honest with you. But they might beat Manchester City once. It's Pep Guardiola, it's Manchester City. They're always going to be on top. So yeah, coming in at number 1, we have Manchester City. Manchester City win the Premier League title. Nothing else I can say apart from it's Manchester City. They're not going to lose. They don't. I generally think Manchester City can go this whole year without being beat. but maybe not the whole year, because that's including like Champions League and everything. I feel like they can go unbeaten in the Prem. Not easily, but I feel like they can do it. Although I feel like one of the only teams that can beat them is going to be Chelsea, which they proved last year. Chelsea did prove it that they can beat them, definitely. So yeah, Manchester City coming in to win the Premier League title. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There'll be a couple of links in the description down below. I'd appreciate if you guys could go and check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in either my daily streams on Friday, when we're going to be posting a Friday banger yet again. But what is this? Like, the 2 videos in the space of 2 or 3 days? I mean, I'm banging these out, lads. And the amount of time and effort I'm putting these, bearing in mind, is mental. I'm putting a lot of effort into editing them and everything. The new thumbnails look sick, everything like that. So I appreciate all the support possible, the likes, the comments, showing your support. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, lads, from the bottom of my heart, I'll see you in my next video.